Here's a compelling, SEO-friendly YouTube video script on the 1961D Lincoln cent, focusing on rare varieties that have sold for thousands and highlighting the myth versus reality of the $756,000 claim. You can personalize it with your channel name and style. Rarest coins. Upbeat background music, on-screen text. Is your 1961D penny worth $756,000? Could that old 1961D Lincoln penny in your change jar be worth over $750,000? Let's break down the truth, the value, and what you should be looking for. The 1961D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, with a massive production of over 1.75 billion coins. So no, the average 1961D penny isn't rare, but some specific errors and mint condition examples are worth serious money. Show images of 1961D Lincoln cents, mint errors, and slabbed coins. There are a few reasons a 1961D penny might skyrocket in value. 1. High-grade condition. MS-67 red coins graded by PCGS or NGC can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. 2. Rare errors. Look for double die obverse, DDO, repunchment marks, RPM, and off-center strikes. 3. Full red luster, color matters. Full red, road, coins hold a premium over red-brown, RB, or brown, BN, grades. Show side-by-side comparisons of road, RB, and BN coins. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. The internet claimed that a 1961D penny sold for $756,000. Truth is, no verified auction from Heritage, PCGS, or eBay ever confirms this sale. Text on screen. Claim, $756,000 sale a false or unverified. This number likely comes from clickbait articles. The actual auction record is closer to $6,000,088,000 for a pristine MS-67 plus red with top-tier certification. Here's what you can do if you have a 1961D penny. 1. Check for RPMs and DDOs under magnification. 2. Look at the color ray. Is it full red? 3. If it looks uncirculated, consider grading. 4. Compare it with recent auction sales on sites like PCGS or Heritage Auctions. So, while most 1961D pennies are worth 1 cent, a few are worth $1,000 or more. That's still a win in my book. Smash that like button if you learned something new, and subscribe for more coin collecting insights. And screen with subscribe button and video recommendations. Would you like a thumbnail title suggestion and video tags for better YouTube SEO? Welcome back to the channel, Rarest Coins. Coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery and value of the 1971 Lincoln penny. You've probably seen this coin hundreds of times. Maybe even spent one without thinking twice. But what if I told you that some people are claiming this little penny has sold for as much as $1.5 million? That's right, $1.5 million for a single cent. Is it true? Could you be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it? Let's explore the history, the facts, the myths, and what makes some 1971 pennies actually worth big money. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, was first minted in 1909 to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's face. The wheat reverse design stayed in use until 1959, when it was replaced with the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday. This memorial reverse design, showing the iconic structure in Washington, D.C., remained until 2008. By 1971, the Lincoln cent had already been in circulation for over 6 decades. The 1971 penny was minted in 3 different locations. The Philadelphia Mint, which struck over 1.9 billion coins and had no mint mark. The Denver Mint, which produced over 2.9 billion coins with the familiar D mint mark. And the San Francisco Mint, which created a much smaller number of proof coins, marked with an S. Altogether, over 5 billion 1971 Lincoln cents were minted that year. So what makes one of them worth $1.5 million? Here's the truth. As of today, there is no publicly confirmed or officially documented sale of a 1971 penny for $1.5 million. That number, like so many other viral coin claims floating around the internet, likely came from sensational headlines, exaggerated stories, or pure speculation designed to go viral. But don't tune out yet, because while the exact $1.5 million story may not be backed by real auction records, there are absolutely 1971 pennies out there worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases, even tens of thousands of dollars. The value of a 1971 penny depends on several factors. First and most important is condition. If your 1971 penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher, it can be worth a significant amount. A 1971 penny graded MS67 read by PCGS has been known to sell for over $2,500. That's because high-grade coins are rare. Most pennies went straight into circulation, collecting scratches, discoloration, and wear. So finding a flawless example from 1971 is far from easy. Next is color. Collectors categorize copper pennies as brown, red-brown, or red. The more original red luster a coin retains, the higher the grade and the higher the value. A 1971 penny with full red color in mint condition is far more desirable and valuable than one that has turned brown over the years. But where things really get exciting is with errors and varieties. The 1971 Lincoln cent is known for having a few notable errors, the most famous of which is the 1971 double die obverse. In these rare coins, the date and the inscriptions such as "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" appear to be double due to a misalignment during the minting process. A strong double die example in high grade can sell for thousands. In fact, some of these have reached well over $10,000 at major auctions. There are also off-center strikes, clipped plan case, and even coins struck on the wrong metal plan kit that have surfaced from time to time. These types of mint errors can drastically increase the value of a penny. Some collectors are willing to pay thousands of dollars for a well-preserved, dramatic mint error from 1971. Another category of valuable coins includes the proof coins minted in San Francisco. These coins were not made for general circulation and are usually found in proof sets. A 1971 S-proof penny in perfect condition, especially one with cameo or a deep cameo contrast, can bring impressive prices from serious collectors. So while the average 1971 penny you pull from your change might only be worth 1 cent, it pays literally to look a little closer. That copper coin could be a rare error, a high-grade survivor, or even a collectible proof hiding in plain sight. Now back to the million-dollar question. Could a 1971 penny really be worth $1.5 million? As of now, no documented sale has ever reached that number. But could the previously unknown mint error, a one-of-a-kind variety, or a historic discovery push the value of a 1971 penny to record-breaking levels in the future? Absolutely. In the world of coin collecting, new finds happen all the time, and history shows us that prices can rise fast when rarity and demand collide. So what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1971 penny? Start by examining the coin carefully under good lighting. Look for doubling on the date and lettering. Check the color ray, is it bright red or dull brown? Inspect the mint mark and the overall condition. If the coin looks unusual or in exceptional shape, consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even if it's not worth $1 million, it could still fetch a few $1,000s. And remember, the fun of collecting is not just in the value, it's in the hunt, the history, and the chance to uncover a piece of treasure in the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next coin spotlight. Leave a comment down below and let us know if you've found any interesting 1971 pennies or any coins you think could be worth big money. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and as always, check your change. Your video get discovered on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, coin lovers and curious minds. Today, we're going to uncover the fascinating story behind the 1978 Lincoln penny, a coin you've probably seen 100 times, but one that could be worth way more than just 1 cent. In fact, some sources claim a 1978 penny sold for an incredible $1.4 million. Is it possible? Is this coin hiding a secret that could change your life? Let's break it all down. First, let's start with the history. The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909. Created to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, the original design featured weed stalks on the reverse, but in 1959, that was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. That design, which includes a small image of the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial, remained on the coin until 2008. By the time we got to 1978, the Lincoln Memorial cent had become a staple in American currency. Over 6.4 billion pennies were struck that year at the Philadelphia Mint, and over 4.2 billion more at the Denver Mint. So in total, more than 10 billion 1978 Lincoln cents were produced. That's right, 10 billion. With that many coins made, it's easy to assume that a 1978 penny isn't worth more than its face value. But here's where it gets interesting. Recently, stories have been making their way around the internet claiming that a single 1978 Lincoln penny sold for a staggering $1.4 million. That kind of number naturally grabs attention. But let's be clear, as of today, there is no confirmed or verifiable public auction record of a 1978 penny selling for $1.4 million. No sale from heritage auctions, no listing on Great Collections. No report from PCGS or NGC shows anything close to that figure. So where did the $1.4 million story come from? Most likely, it's based on clickbait articles or speculative social media posts designed to go viral. That doesn't mean there aren't valuable 1978 pennies out there, but it does mean we need to separate the facts from the fiction. Now, let's talk about what can actually make a 1978 Lincoln penny worth a lot of money. The number one factor is condition. A coin in perfect or near-perfect condition, especially one graded MS67 or higher with full red color, can fetch a strong price from collectors. A 1978 penny graded MS67 red by PCGS can be worth between $1,000 and $2,500. Depending on demand and market conditions. These high-grade examples are rare because most pennies go straight into circulation and quickly get scratched, worn, or discolored. Another thing that adds value is mint errors. Mistakes made during the minting process are highly sought after by collectors. A 1978 penny with a dramatic double die, a misaligned die strike, a major off-center error, or a clipped plankett can bring hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity of the error and the coin's overall condition. Repunched mint marks, where the D in Denver was struck more than once and shifted slightly, are another type of variety to watch out for. These small differences may seem insignificant, but to the right collector, they can mean big value. So how can you tell if your 1978 penny is worth anything? Here are some quick tips. First, examine the coin under good lighting and possibly with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Check for full red color and sharp details. Look closely at the date and mint mark for doubling, distortion, or other signs of an error. Check the rim for signs of off-center strikes. If the coin looks especially clean or unusual, it may be worth submitting to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Be aware, however, that grading services charge fees. So it's usually only worth doing if you truly believe your coin has significant value. You can also compare your coin with verified sales on sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or PCGS's price guide. The bottom line is this: most 1978 Lincoln pennies are only worth 1 cent, but the small numbered with rare errors or in near-perfect condition can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And while the story of a $1.4 million penny may not be based on verified fact, it's not impossible that a future discovery, like a one-of-a-kind minting mistake, could turn an ordinary penny into a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. so don't throw out those old coins just yet. You never know what you might have hiding in your pocket, a piggy bank, or an old jar in the attic. Thanks for watching. If you found this video interesting or helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of coins and hidden treasures. Let me know in the comments if you've found any interesting pennies lately, or if you've checked your 1978 cents for rare features. Until next time, happy collecting and keep checking that change. You might just strike gold. Would you like a custom video description and recommended tags to help your video rank higher on YouTube search? Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Rarest coins today. We're taking a close look at the 1968 Lincoln penny, a coin millions of Americans have held in their hands, but few have looked at closely. Lately, there's been a growing buzz online that a 1968 Lincoln cent has sold for an unbelievable $1.6 million. That's right, a 1 cent, worth over $1 million. But is there any truth to it? Can a penny from 1968 really be worth that much? And what should you be looking for in your own pocket change? Let's explore the full story from history to hidden value. The Lincoln penny, also known as the Lincoln cent, has been in circulation since 1909. It was introduced to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln and was the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature a real person. Originally, it had 2 wheat ears on the reverse, but in 1959, that changed to the Lincoln Memorial to mark 150 years since Lincoln's birth. The obverse Lincoln's portrait remained the same, but the reverse design would stay in place until 2008. Now let's focus on 1968. This year was an important one for the U.S. Mint. The San Francisco Mint began striking proof coins again after a pause during the mid-1960s. So in 1968, Lincoln pennies were produced at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia coins had no mint mark. Denver coins were marked with a D, and San Francisco struck proof coins with the S mint mark. In total, hundreds of millions of 1968 pennies were produced. Over 2.8 billion came out of Denver alone, more than $1 billion from Philadelphia, and about 3 million were proof coins made in San Francisco. So when it comes to sheer quantity, the 1968 penny isn't rare. They're still found in circulation to this day. So where does the idea of one being worth $1.6 million come from? The short answer: it's most likely a rumor, a clickbait headline, or a viral social media post. As of now, there are no public records from PCGS, NGC, Heritage Auctions, or any trusted coin database confirming that a 1968 Lincoln cent has ever sold for $1.6 million. But that doesn't mean valuable 1968 pennies don't exist. In fact, certain examples can be worth hundreds, even thousands, if they meet specific criteria. So what makes a 1968 penny valuable? First, condition is everything. A 1968 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially one with bright red color, is far more desirable to collectors. These coins are graded by professional services using the Sheldon scale, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 1968 penny graded MS67 read by PCGS, for example, can sell for over $500. That's a big jump from 1 cent. And the rarer the grade, the higher the price. Second, look out for errors and varieties. These are coins that were made with mistakes during the minting process, and collectors love them. Some 1968 pennies have double die errors where the date, letters, or Lincoln's features appear double due to misalignment of the die. These are rare and can be worth serious money. There are also off-center strikes, die cracks, and repunched mint marks. For example, a 1968 penny with the repunched mint mark can go for $50 to $200 depending on condition. Another interesting variety to watch for is the 1968 proof penny with cameo or a deep cameo contrast. These coins were specially struck with polished dies and have a mirror-like surface with frosty details. A deep cameo example in perfect PR 70 condition can sell for hundreds of dollars at auction. So even though most 1968 pennies are only worth face value, there are real, verified cases of those coins selling for hundreds and even over $1,000. And if someone were to discover previously unknown error, like a 1968 penny struck on the wrong plankett, or a dramatic double die never seen before, it could easily make headlines and fetch an astonishing price. That's how coins can go from spare change to record-breaking sales. It's happened before in the world of coin collecting, and it could happen again. So how can you check your 1968 pennies for value? Start by grabbing a magnifying glass and looking closely at the date, mint mark, and lettering. Look for any doubling, repunching, or strange errors. Check the overall condition of the coin. Is it scratched and worn, or still shiny with full detail? If it's in great shape and has something unusual about it, you might want to consider sending it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. They can certify and grade a coin, and if it's truly valuable, that opens the door to selling it at auction or to a collector. And while we can't confirm a 1968 penny has ever sold for $1.6 million, the idea isn't as crazy as it sounds when you know how rare errors and perfect condition coins can shatter records. In fact, other coins like the 1943 copper cent and the 1974 aluminum cent have sold for hundreds of thousands. So if a one-of-a-kind 1968 penny ever turns up, it could absolutely rewrite history and bring a massive payday. So don't toss away your old coins without a second look. That dusty jar in the closet or that childhood collection in a drawer could be hiding something worth far more than you think. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1968 Lincoln penny, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin videos, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new upload. Let me know in the comments if you've found any interesting 1968 pennies, or if you've had one graded recently. As always, keep searching, keep learning, and keep checking your change. You never know when that next coin might just change your life. Let me know if you'd like a custom video description, thumbnail title suggestions, or keyword tags to help boost your video's search performance on YouTube. Welcome back to the channel, Rarest Coins Coin Collectors and Treasure Hunters. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that's been making headlines, the 1978 Lincoln penny. Rumors are flying around that one of these ordinary-looking pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $1.3 million. But is it true? Is your pocket change hiding a fortune? Let's get into the facts, the history, and how to tell if your 1978 penny is truly worth big money. First, let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent, designed by Victor David Brenner, was first issued in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It has become one of the most iconic and collected coins in American history. In 1959, the reverse design changed from the wheat ears to the Lincoln Memorial, which is what you'll see on the 1978 penny. That design stayed in place until 2008. Now let's zoom in on the year 1978. This was a high mintage year. Over 6.4 billion pennies were minted in Philadelphia and over 4.2 billion in Denver. That's over 10 billion pennies combined. So if we're just talking numbers, the 1978 penny is far from rare. So why is there talk of a 1978 penny selling for $1.3 million? Here's the truth. There is no verified sale of a 1978 Lincoln penny for $1.3 million. That number has been circulating online, mostly from articles and videos trying to grab attention. The idea of an ordinary 1978 penny selling for millions is, as of today, simply not supported by any major auction house or numismatic authority. But that doesn't mean all 1978 pennies are worthless. Let's talk about what can make a 1978 Lincoln penny valuable. Number 1, condition. A 1978 penny in pristine, uncirculated condition. We're talking full red luster, graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGCA, can be worth hundreds to a few $1,000s. These coins are rare because most pennies were used in daily commerce, meaning they got scratched, worn, and lost their original shine. Only a small number were preserved in mint condition. Number 2, Mint errors. This is where things get interesting. Collectors pay serious money for Lincoln cents with unusual minting mistakes. For example, a 1978 penny with a double die of Versailles where the lettering or Lincoln space appears double die can be worth hundreds or even thousands depending on severity and grade. There are also off-center strikes, die cracks, and repunched mint marks that can bring premium value. Number 3. Varieties. Some pennies have subtle differences that make them collectible. While the 1978 penny doesn't have any major listed varieties like the 1955 double die or the 1969s, it's always worth keeping an eye out. Even minor variations in the mint mark or stripe can catch the attention of serious collectors. Here's what to look for if you think you have a valuable 1978 penny. Is it in mint state condition? No scratches, wear, or discoloration? Does it have a strong red color? Full red coins are worth more than brown or red-brown ones. Is there any doubling on the date or lettering? Is it off-center, misaligned, or have any unusual features? Does it have a repunched mint mark or any die cracks? If the answer to any of those is yes, it might be time to get your penny graded. You can send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Just keep in mind that grading comes with a cost, so it's usually only worth doing if your coin is in exceptional condition or has a significant error. So, is there a 1978 penny out there worth $1.3 million? Not officially, not yet, but coins with rare errors and perfect condition have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And who knows if someone discovers a previously unknown variety, or one-of-a-kind minting error, the value could skyrocket in the future. Until then, don't toss out your old pennies. You never know what might be hiding in your change jar or that old coin collection in the attic. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new today, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell icon so you never miss a new upload. Let me know in the comments, say have you checked your 1978 pennies lately? Happy collecting, and see you in the next video. Would you like me to write the matching video description and keyword tags for better ranking on YouTube?